The Spiritual Antichrist, Part 6 of 7. The Angry Spirit Starts the Gaza War. The true God loves all people. This angry spirit wants only to destroy. Wants to destroy even those who worship him. This angry spirit is the Lord of the earth. In the Bible, this angry spirit goes by many names. The little horn, Baal, the morning star, the prince of demons, the evil one, the prince who is to come, the great lion, the beast, the man of lawlessness, Beelzebul, the strong man, Abaddon, Apollyon, that is, destroyer. The best way to think of the angry spirit is to think of this spirit as the destroyer. Isaiah 33 verse 1. Woe to you, destroyer, you who have not been destroyed. Woe to you, betrayer, you who have not been betrayed. When you stop destroying, you will be destroyed. When you stop betraying, you will be betrayed. In the realm of the unclean spirits, there are many billions of spirits. Some have more authority than others. The spirit Gog answers directly to the spiritual Antichrist, the Lord of the earth. Make no mistake, the Bible is clear. This is a spiritual war, no matter what men try to teach. Ephesians 6 verses 12. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Jesus reveals what you need to know about Ezekiel's prophetic war of the last days. This war is described in great detail in Ezekiel chapters 38 and 39. We are first told by God that this war will begin with an evil scheme from the demonic world that fights Jesus Christ. Ezekiel wrote this more than 2,600 years ago. Here is what God says. This is what the sovereign Lord says. On that day, thoughts will come into your mind, and you will devise an evil scheme. You will say, I will invade a land of unwalled villages. I will attack a peaceful and unsuspecting people, all of them living without walls and without gates and bars. I will plunder and loot and turn my hand against the resettled ruins and the people gathered from the nations, rich in livestock and goods, living at the center of the land. Sheba and Dedan and the merchants of Tarshish and all her villages will say to you, have you come to plunder? The purpose of this evil scheme is to provoke an overwhelming response of Israel against the very people who bow down and worship this unclean spirit. This spirit then wants to muster the entire Islamic world against Israel. This spirit will muster all of these people together under the colors of its flag: white horse, red horse, black horse, pale green horse, chloros. Get ready, be prepared, you and all the hordes gathered about you, and take command of them. After many days you will be called to arms. In future years you will invade a land that has recovered from war, whose people were gathered from many nations to the mountains of Israel, which had long been desolate. They had been brought out from the nations, and now all of them live in safety. You and all your troops and the many nations with you will go up, advancing like a storm. You will be like a cloud covering the land. This is what the sovereign Lord says. You are the one I spoke of in former days by my servants, the prophets of Israel. At that time they prophesied for years that I would bring you against them. Jesus reveals why this spirit that opposes Jesus, this spirit wants to destroy the Jewish remnant that is now accepting Christ in the last days. Paul tells us about this remnant that will be saved in Romans chapter 9, verse 27. Isaiah cries out concerning Israel, "Though the number of the Israelites be like sand by the sea, only the remnant will be saved." Paul is quoting Isaiah 10, verses 22 to 23. "Though your people be like sand by the sea, Israel, only a remnant will return. Destruction has been decreed, overwhelming and righteous. The Lord Almighty, will carry out destruction decreed upon the whole land." Then I saw another angel coming up from the east, having the seal of the living God. He called out in a loud voice to the four angels who had been given power to harm the land and the sea. "Do not harm the land or the sea or the trees until we put a seal on the foreheads of the servants of our God." Revelation 7, verses 2 and 3. Jesus reveals the meaning of the mark on the flag that they carry. This flag, the Shahada, the statement of faith to a false god. The mark contains its name. It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads. Revelation 13:16. Those that say the Shahada should listen to this warning from Jesus. A third angel followed them and said in a loud voice, "If anyone worships the beast in its image and receives its mark on their forehead or on their hand, they too will drink the wine of God's fury, which has been poured full strength into the cup of his wrath. And the smoke of their torment will rise forever and ever. There will be no rest, day or night, for those who worship the beast and its image, or for anyone who receives the mark of its name." This calls for patient endurance on the part of the people of God who keep his commands and remain faithful to Jesus. Revelation 14:11 to 12. "I will make known my holy name among my people Israel. I will no longer let my holy name be profaned, and the nations will know that I, the Lord, am the Holy One in Israel. It is coming. It will surely take place, declares the sovereign Lord. This is the day I have spoken of." Next, part 7 of 7, the spiritual Antichrist. The soon return of Jesus Christ.